Good morning, students. I welcome you all for the online class of business studies. As you people were insisting to explain me the financial market chapter once again, so we were having a continuation of that chapter. In that we have started types of capital market. So I will be after the classification started. We have not learned briefly the topics. So let us focus on the types of capital market. Very first topic we will be going to continue with the money market. Money market, student, is that market where the capital are bought and sold for up to 1 year time limit in an accounting year. That market is known as money market. Money market is a market for short-term funds meant for use for a period of up to 1 year. Generally, money market is a source of finance for working capital. Transactions of money market include lending and borrowing of cash for a short period of time and also sale and purchase of securities having 1 year term or which gets redeemed, paid back within 1 year period. Money market is not a fixed geographical area, but it considers all organization, as I already explained to you in the class, that it is not having a fixed geographical boundary. From any country you can do the money market instrument, but there must have organizations and institutions which deal with the short-term debts. The common institutes are Reserve Bank of India, State Bank of India, other commercial bank like LIC, GIC, mutual funds, etc. Many of these money market instruments are State Banks of India. Institutions deal on telephone and fax only. So these institutes deals on telephone basis also related to money market instrument. That's why it is not having any fixed or limited geographical boundary. Okay. Features of money market, when we see market for short term, no fixed geographical locations are there. Major institutions involved in money market are Reserve Bank of India, commercial banks, LIC, GIC, etc. Common instruments of money market are call money market, treasury bills, CP, CDs, commercial bills, etc. Instruments of money market, when we see, the common instruments of money market are as follows. Call money. When we go with the call money, student, the money borrowed or lent on demand for a fixed period or a short period, which is generally 1 day. This is generally done by the banks because they have to maintain the cash reserve ratio. We have learned in the credit creation chapter of commercial banks. All the commercial banks have to maintain the cash reserve ratio. So if there are, in some of the situation they are not able to manage, they can take the help from other banks. Sundays and other holidays are excluded for this purpose. Mostly banks use call money market. When one bank faces temporary shortage of cash, then the bank with surplus cash lend to banks who is falling shortage of money for 1 or 2 days. Call money is called interbank call money market also. But even other organizations such as insurance companies, mutual fund companies, etc. also deal with call money market. It is a market over the telephone. The maturity period of call money are extremely short and it is liquidity just next to cash. Most of the time, banks require call money to meet the minimum requirement of cash reserve ratio. The interest paid on call money is called call rate. It is very volatile rate which varies from day to day and sometimes from hours to hours. There is an inverse relationship between the rate of interest of call money and other securities, as when rate of interest of call money increases, the other securities become cheap. Treasury bills, T-bills. Treasury bills are issued by Reserve Bank of India on behalf of the Government of India. This bill enables government to get short-term borrowings, as these bills are not sold to banks and general public. These bills are negotiable instruments and are freely transferable. These are issued at a discount. Once again, treasury bills. Treasury bills are issued by which bank? Reserve Bank of India. Remember, some of the time government are making the budget, but they are not able to finalize the budgets. In that situation, when there is a shortage of money to government to do any activity, Reserve Bank of India supports to government. How? By through these T-bills. These are considered safest investment as these are issued by Reserve Bank of India. The maturity period of treasury bills varies from 14 to 364 days. Treasury bills are also called zero coupon bond. They are issued at a price lower than their face value and prepaid at par. These are available for minimum amount of rupees 25,000 and in multiples thereof. Example, suppose an investor purchases a 3 months treasury bill with a face value of rupees 2 lakh and for rupees 1,90,000. But by holding the bill till maturity period, he will get 2 lakh only. The difference between the bill amount and the amount paid to purchase the bill is the interest received by him. It means 2 lakh bill it is purchased, 1,90,000 only he had paid. But in the time of return, they will get 2 lakh fully. So that is the rate of interest that they have received. So treasury bills are also called zero coupon bonds. They are issued at a price lower than their face value. May I think it is clear how it is issued? 3 months time, the time period, please students remember what will be the time limit is there. Commercial bills. It is also known as trade bills. Why? Because traders do this type of activities of taking money or lending money. Trade bills or accommodation bills are bills drawn by one business firm on another. These are common instruments used in credit purchase and sale. These have short-term maturity period, generally 90 days, and can be discounted with bank even before the maturity period. Like T-bills, it is also of 3 months commercial bills. These are negotiable instruments and can be easily transferred. The drawee of the bank honors the bill on due date. A trade bill is nothing but written acknowledgement of debt where the maker or drawer directs the payee or drawee to make payments within a fixed period of time. The drawee accepts the bill and becomes liable to make payment on due date, that is commercial bills. Commercial paper, student CP. The commercial paper was introduced in India for the first time in 1990. It is an unsecured promissory notes issued by public or private sector companies with a fixed maturity period of time, which varies from 3 to 12 months. Since commercial paper are unsecured, so these can be issued by companies having good reputations and creditworthiness. The commercial banks and mutual funds are the main investors of commercial papers, that is a CP. So CP is an unsecured promissory note which is issued by which public or private sector companies with a fixed maturity period which varies from 3 to 12 months. Funds raised through commercial papers are used to meet the inflation cost. This is known as bridge financing also. For example, firms want to raise long-term funds to buy a new office, building and machinery. To raise long-term funds by issue of shares, debentures, the company will have to incur flotation costs such as brokerage, commission, printing of prospectus, etc. The firm can meet this cost by issue of commercial paper. So may I think commercial paper is clear to you people? Once again, the commercial paper. The commercial paper was introduced in India for the first time in 1990. It is an unsecured promissory note issued by the public or private sector companies with a fixed maturity period which varies from 3 to 12 months. Since commercial papers are unsecured, so these can be issued by companies having good reputations and creditworthiness. The commercial banks and mutual funds are the main investors of these commercial papers. This much if you will learn, it is very good for you people. And bridge financing also can be asked. So bridge financing is nothing, it is a commercial paper only, which is this type of funds is generally to fulfill the various types of flotations cost which is incurred by the company at the time of issuing the brokers or the prospectus. Certificate of deposit, CD student. It is a time or deposit which can be sold in the secondary market. Only a bank can issue CD. It is a bearer certificate or documents of title. It is also a negotiable instrument and can be transferred easily. CD is issued by banks against the deposit kept by companies and institutions. The time period of CD ranges from 91 days to 1 year. Banks are not allowed to discount these documents. Difference between certificate of deposits and fixed deposit FDs. Certificate of deposits, fixed deposit, the difference is that commercial deposit or certificate of deposit are freely negotiable, transferable. FDs are not freely negotiable. It is given to that person only whose name's FD has been done. CD can be issued for a period of 91 days, that is 3 months. FD may be issued for a minimum period of 14 days and maximum it is having no limits. CDs are issued at a discount on the actual amount of deposit held, whereas FDs are issued for the actual amount of deposits held. There are different money market instruments available for different sectors. Following are classified the money market instrument for each sector. Banks to banks, government and semi-government, private companies, banks. Treasury bills, trade bills. Private companies, they generally issue the trade bills, commercial papers, certificate of deposit. Banks generally they do the raise of funds for a 1 year period of time through the call money instruments. Government and semi-government, they uses the T-bills by the way of Reserve Bank of India, government securities and public sector unit bonds. So there are the ways for a short period of time how they raises the capital for the company. Now is the capital market student meaning and definition. What do you mean by capital market? Capital market is that market for medium and long-term funds. It includes all the organizations, institutions and instruments that provide long-term and medium-term loans. It does not include the instruments or institutions which provide finance for short period up to 1 year. The common instruments used in capital market are shares, debentures, bonds, mutual funds, public deposits, etc. Definition of capital market. When we see capital market can be defined as a mechanism which channelizes saving into investment, a productive use. Capital market allocates the capital resources amongst alternative uses. It intermediates flow of savings of those who save a part of their income from those who want to invest it in productive assets. V.K. Bhalla. I hope you have understood the capital market. In this class, we will be going to continue with the nature of capital market, types of capital market. We will be proceeding in the next class. Let us focus on capital market if we have completed the meaning. Meaning is clear, I think. It is defined as a mechanism which channelizes savings into investment or savings into investment or productive use. It means whatever our savings are there, it can be invested in most productive use so that we can gain profits. So that is the work done by the capital market. Generally, they deal with medium and long-term loan for up to 5 and more years. The very first nature of features of a capital market is it links between savers and investment organization opportunities. Capital market is a crucial link between savings and investment process. The capital market transfers money from savers or to entrepreneur borrowers. Deals in long-term investment. Capital market provides fund for long-term and medium term. It does not deal with channelizing saving for less than 1 year. Utilizes intermediaries. Capital market make use of different intermediaries such as brokers, underwriters, depositories, etc. These intermediaries act as working organs of capital market and are very important elements of capital market. Determinants of capital formation. The activities of capital market determine the rate of capital formation in an economy. Capital market offers attractive opportunities to those who have surplus funds so that they can invest more and more capital market and are encouraged to save more for profitable opportunities. That is the determinant of capital formation. Government rules and regulation. The capital market operates freely under the guidance of government policies. This market functions within the framework of government rules and regulation. Example, stock exchange works under the regulation of SEBI, which is a government body. An ideal capital market is the one where finance is available at reasonable cost, which facilitates economic growth, where market operations are free, fair, competitive and transparent. Must provide sufficient information to investors, must allocate capital productivity. That is the nature of capital market. Most of the people prefer to have the capital market instead of the money market, but those who are already in the business and the banks will just try to have the money market instruments. So this was the topic for today's class student. I hope you have understood. For tomorrow class we will have the types of capital market, and that can be the live class. Thank you for today's class. Have a nice day.